Hi, Nima. We were learning about tautomerism. So, in the tautomerism, the most important form of tautomerism is keto-enol tautomerism. So, it is one of the type of triad system. That means 1-3 shift, a special type of tautomerism. Okay, so it is a part of triad system, keto-enol tautomerism. See, for a compound to exhibit keto-enol tautomerism, so the compound, the main requirement is presence of alpha hydrogen, preferably on sp3 carbon atom. Okay, so preferably on sp3 carbon atom. For example, suppose look here, what is alpha hydrogen? Alpha hydrogen means the hydrogen which is present on alpha carbon. See, look here, this is a ketone, this is acetone, CH3, CO, CH3. So here this is the carbon, this is another carbon. So on this carbon 3 hydrogens are there, and even on this carbon also there are 3 hydrogens. So this is functional group, and the carbon which is attached to the functional group is said to be alpha carbon. So this is alpha carbon and this is also alpha carbon. So the hydrogen which is attached to the functional group is the alpha carbon is said to be alpha hydrogen. See, look here, the speciality of this carbonyl group. So this group is said to be carbonyl group. Carbonyl group means, so like this. That means if a carbon is having double bond with O, oxygen, and two bonds with some other 2 other atoms, so then such a group is said to be carbonyl group. Okay, so the compounds which contain carbonyl group are said to be carbonyl compounds. Okay, so in carbonyl compounds, if you observe, so this carbon, here there is a polarity of this bond. So what happens? So generally this bond will try to shift towards oxygen. As a result of this one, what happens? This bond can be represented like this. So minus partial negative charge on oxygen and partial positive charge on carbon are developed. This is a polar bond. Okay, so in carbonyl compounds, the carbon atom, it has a partial positive charge. Okay, the carbon atom will have partial positive charge on it. See what happens? So as it is positive charge, that means it is deficient of electron. It is in deficient of electron. Hence what happens? It will try to take the electrons which are present in this bond. So here it will try to take the electron present in this bond here. Okay, this carbon. So these electrons will move to this carbon. So this bond is broken, and these electrons will move to this carbon. So initially what happens? So this bond will break and forms the 2 electrons of this bond will move to this carbon only, and this hydrogen will become H plus. This hydrogen will become H plus. Okay, because of the partial positive charge on this carbon, what happens? So here this bond will try to break down. Okay, and this carbon will get negative charge, and this hydrogen will become H plus ion. Okay, so that means presence of alpha hydrogen here. This is sp3 carbon. Sp3 carbon. This is also sp3 carbon. So there are only single bonds. All are single bonds, right? See why? What is if alpha hydrogen is present, what happens? What is the use of alpha hydrogen? See here, the reason for alpha hydrogen, presence of alpha hydrogen is necessary. What is the reason for this? Is alpha hydrogen of carbonyl compound is acidic. Why it is acidic? Because it can form H plus ion. H plus ion it can form. Okay, that is converts into H plus ion by leaving negative charge on alpha carbon. So this is alpha carbon, and negative charge is left on the alpha carbon. So after this hydrogen is lost. Okay, so now this one is called as this one is the remaining or else a resultant structure. So this resultant structure, what happens? It is a it becomes stable. It becomes stable because what happens? Here the negative charge. That means here 2 electrons are there. So these 2 electrons will shift here to form pi bond. Okay, these 2 electrons will shift here to form pi bond, and this pi bond will move to this carbon. This oxygen. So as a result of this one, what happens? So here this the 3 carbons, and 2 hydrogens on this carbon, 3 hydrogens on this carbon. So what happened? So here a pair of electron which is actually formed from the bond, it will this lone pair will migrate and form a pi bond between these 2 carbons. Now this pi bond will move onto the oxygen to form O minus. Okay, so that means this bond is shifted to the oxygen and it forms O minus. So like this it will form. Okay, so here on this carbon there is a negative charge. Okay, on this carbon there is a negative charge, and that negative charge, it is shifted to oxygen like this. That negative charge is shifted to oxygen, and here actually there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen. So now that double bond is not present, it is shifted to here. Okay, so actually a double bond is it is indirectly double bond is shifted from between carbon oxygen to carbon carbon like this. So here there is no migration of atoms. No atom is changing its position. Simply only the position of electrons are changed. Okay, such a relationship between these two is said to be resonance. Okay, so now what happened? Resonance has occurred. So now this structure, okay, the carbonyl compound after removal of alpha hydrogen, the resultant structure is said to be conjugate base. It's a conjugate base of carbonyl compound. It's a conjugate base. This conjugate base, because any acid generally, for example, if any substance loses H plus, then it forms it's a conjugate base. For example, HCl if it loses hydrogen, if it loses H plus, then it forms Cl minus. So this is HCl, and this is called as conjugate base of HCl. In the same way, so this is carbonyl compound. Okay, this is carbonyl compound. So after losing of H plus, so what happened? So the resultant structure is said to be conjugate base. So this conjugate base, it is called as enolate. It is called as enolate ion. Enolate ion. Okay, conjugate base, it is an enolate ion. So it undergo resonance stabilization. So because of shifting of electrons from one place to another place and shifting of bonds, so what happens? It loses some of its energy. As it loses some of its energy, it becomes more stable. So this will convert into this one, and this will convert into this one. So resonating structure. These two are resonating structures. So that means resonance takes place. Resonance takes place means here electrons will move here. And double bond will form, and this pi bond will move to this one and forming this one. Okay, so this is enolate, and this is also enolate ion. These two are said to be enolate ions. Okay, so what happens after removal of H plus ions? So here what is happening? It is forming enolate ion, and which is more stable. That is why what happens? So here hydrogen ions, presence of hydrogen ion is necessary. So now what happens? So this hydrogen ion which is lost will attack this oxygen. The hydrogen ion which is lost from it, it will attack this oxygen, and finally it forms a bond H plus. Here O minus is there and H plus is there. So what happened? H plus and O minus will form a bond. Okay, now it forms a bond. Okay, now that enolate is converted into enol. This is all OH1 and en. So enol. That means carbonyl compound. It is a keto form. It is keto form. Keto form means so like this. So this form is said to be keto form. So keto form is converted into enol form. Okay, due to shifting of hydrogen from alpha carbon to oxygen. So first atom, second atom, third atom. Hydrogen atom is present on first atom and it has shifted to third atom. Hence it is said to be 1,3 shift. Okay, the resultant structure is said to be enolate ion. Okay, it's a conjugate base. Okay, and it undergoes resonance. As it undergoes resonance and becomes stable, hence it can lose this one can lose H plus ion easily. Why this will lose H plus ion easily? Because after losing of H plus ion, the resultant structure will become more stable structure. Hence, this will lose H plus ion. So that is why H plus ion, that means acidic hydrogen is necessary. That means alpha hydrogen is necessary. So requirement is presence of alpha hydrogen on sp3 carbon atom. Okay, right. Next. So now enolate ions. So how enolate ion is represented? Enolate ion is represented like this. On alpha carbon, one negative charge. Okay, on alpha carbon, one negative charge. So like this, two hydrogens. So like this. So on alpha carbon, if there is a negative charge, then it is said to be. Here it should be keto. Okay, negative charge. It is said to be enolate ion, or else even this is also even. So double bond here. Okay. So here even this is also enolate ion. Okay, so enolate ions are the stable structures because they undergo resonance. As they undergo resonance, what happens? They become more stable. Right. See, carbonyl compounds, when they have alpha hydrogen, they become more stable because that alpha hydrogen it is lost in the form of acidic hydrogen. Okay, hence the carbonyl compound, they show tautomerism, and finally this carbonyl compound, they will convert into enol form. Okay, right. Now one thing we have to learn. What is it? See, keto form is thermodynamically more stable. Keto form is thermodynamically more stable form. It is thermodynamically more stable form. Okay, more stable form than enol form. Why? Because in keto form, so there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen, whereas in enol form, there is a double bond between carbon and carbon. See, when there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen, so that bond is very strong when compared to the double bond between carbon and carbon. So to break this bond, it requires more heat energy. Okay, to break this bond, it requires less heat energy. So that means thermodynamically, thermo means heat. So thermodynamically, so this one is more stable than this one. So that means here keto form. So that is why so keto form generally it will be present as it is more stable, so the substance will try to be in this form only when compared to this form. For example, see here, this is acetone, this is acetone, this is what, CH3 CH2. Okay, so this is propanol, acetone, propanol. Okay, so when compared to, see, actually here, if I take acetone, in a vessel or else in a container, so here in this, actually I have taken what, acetone. So if I add little amount of acid or little amount of base, what happens? So this acetone will convert into this one. Only very little amount of acetone will convert into this one. Okay, and this one will convert into very little amount of this one will convert into this one, and after the formation of this one, so much amount of this one will convert into again this back. So that is why, so arrow marks are shown in different ways. Okay, right. Look here in this liquid. So the percentage of this one is more when compared to the percentage of this one. The percentage of this the compound in this form, that means it is keto form. It is keto form is more when compared to the percentage of enol form of the substance. So this substance, this is the keto form of this substance and this is the enol form of this substance. So the percentage of this keto form is more when compared to the percentage of enol form. Why? What is the reason means? Because as this is more stable, it does not want to lose its stability. Okay, so that means it remains as it is only, because it is more stable when compared to this one. It is more stable. So always remember that the substances will try to become be in the more stable form. That is why this substance will try to become be in this form in large percentage when compared to this one. Okay, see what is the reason for the existence of this compound in more percentage? Because in this compound, so here double bond between carbon and oxygen is there. So as there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen, it is thermodynamically more stable. So keto form is thermodynamically more stable than enol form. So that is why the percentage of keto form will be always more when compared to enol form. But sometimes due to certain reasons, enol form will become more stable when compared to keto form due to certain factors. So we will learn those factors. Okay, right. So next point is generally keto form is more stable. Generally keto form is more stable. Okay, generally keto form of compound is more stable. Keto form of compound. It is more stable. Okay, hence majority of such compounds exist as keto forms. Hence the percentage of keto form will be more than enol form. So generally it will be like that. That is, percentage of keto form will be more than the enol form. Okay, but always it is not necessary that always keto form is more stable than enol form. Sometimes enol form also become more stable due to certain other factors. Okay, so we will learn those factors. So before learning those factors, one more point we have to learn. What is that? So there is a change in Gibbs free energy of keto form. Delta G naught. Delta G naught means Gibbs free energy. So the substance which have more Gibbs free energy more value of delta G will be more stable in general. Okay, so that means if the value increases, Gibbs free energy, change in Gibbs free energy, if change in Gibbs free energy value increases, what happens? The stability increases. Stability increases. So keto form will have more change in Gibbs free energy when compared to enol form. But due to certain factors, the Gibbs free energy of enol also sometimes increases. Okay. Generally, the Gibbs free energy of keto form is generally Gibbs free energy of keto form it is greater than Gibbs free energy of enol form, okay, by 22.4 kilo 20 it is 22.84, it is 22.84 kilojoules per mole, so by how much amount keto form is more it have more change in Gibbs free energy than change in Gibbs free energy of enol form. So here it will have more free energy when compared to this one. By how much? By 22.84 kilojoule per mole. Suppose if if you supply this much amount of energy, free energy to keto form, to enol form, then it will be as stable as keto form. Okay, right. And one more thing. See, if one hydrogen bond is increased, that means when one hydrogen bond is present, so it will increases the Gibbs free energy. So every one hydrogen bonding, okay, so mainly it increases the Gibbs free energy. Delta G naught means Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy. Okay, so every one hydrogen bonding increases the Gibbs free energy by by 29 kilojoule per mole. 29 kilojoule per mole. Okay, suppose here in enol form sometimes hydrogen bonds formation takes place. So in that case what happens? So Gibbs free energy, the value of Gibbs free energy will increase by 29 kilojoule per mole. Generally keto form is how much more? It is 22.84 only. Keto form have more Gibbs free energy by this amount than the enol form. But sometimes enol form due to the presence of hydrogen bonding, so enol form will gain this much amount of heat and this much amount of Gibbs free energy. So as a result of what happens, the enol form will have more Gibbs free energy when compared to keto form. So in that case, if Gibbs free energy is more, then stability increases. So in that case, the enol content or else the percentage of enol in the compound will be more. Okay. So what happens if change in Gibbs free energy increases, stability increases, therefore percentage of the either keto form or enol form increases. Percentage of the enol form increases. Percentage of the enol form increases. So like this. So there is a relationship between Gibbs free energy and the percentage of the substance. So generally, tautomerism means two types of substances will occur, and those two substances will convert from one substance into another substance, and there exists a dynamic equilibrium. So two substances means two forms. One is keto form and another one is enol form. Okay. So here that means the percentage of keto form sometimes in general it will be more than the enol form, but under certain conditions what happens, enol form will gain more free energy, more change in free energy, so due to certain factors. So we will learn those factors now. So when enol form gains more free energy, what happens, then it will become more stable. So whenever a form is more stable, then that form will be in more percentage. Okay. So if keto form is more stable, then the percentage of keto form in the compound will be more. If enol form is more stable, then the percentage of that enol form in the compound will be more. Okay. So due to certain factors, due to certain factors, enol form will become more stable. It will become more stable. Okay. It will become more stable due to certain factors. In general, keto form will be more stable, but due to certain factors, enol form will become more stable than keto form. Okay, keto form. And hence the percentage of enol form of the substance of the percentage of the enol form of the substance, what happens, increases. The percentage of the enol form of the substance increases. So what are the certain conditions, what are those factors? We will learn those factors. Okay. So now we will learn the factors which influence the enol percentage. Enol percentage or else enol content. Enol percentage or enol content. See, already we know that suppose if this is a substance I have taken, so in this substance, so both keto form of the compound and enol form of the compound is present. That means the compound exists in both keto form, and enol form also. But the keto form will be more generally than the enol form. Okay. But due to certain factors, sometimes enol form will be more when compared to keto form. So that means the compound will exist in the form of keto form in more percentage in general, but certain factors will ensure the increase in the percentage of enol form. So what are those factors we will learn? See, first factor is active methylene group. Presence of active methylene group. presence of active methylene group. Remember that if alpha hydrogen acidic nature of alpha hydrogen increases, what happens? Then the enol percentage increases. Then the enol percentage increases. Okay. So when does acidic nature of alpha hydrogen increases? When we will learn all those things. Okay, right. So first let us learn these factors, and I will explain about these things also later. So the presence of active methylene group is one of the factor. Next, aromaticity of enol. If enol has aromaticity, then the percentage of enol will increase. Next, bridgehead factor. Next, ring in the form of ring form. So in ring form, cyclic ketones. In cyclic ketones, the percentage of enol form will be more when compared to the percentage of enol form in non-cyclic acyclic ketones. So we will learn about those things. So here about ring forms. Next, the presence of the compound in the form of ring. If the carbonyl compound present in the form of ring, then the enol percentage will be somewhat more when compared to the presence of the compound in acyclic form. Right. Next, steric relief. Sixth one, alpha carbonyl group. Seventh one, so excess of alpha substitution. Excess of alpha substitution by fluorine. Next, the eighth one, effect of solvent. And one more factor, effect of temperature. And one more factor, effect of temperature. Right. So we will learn all these things one by one. So we will learn all these factors one by one. So in the next video we will learn. Okay. Right.